May for me was a slow, relaxing month after a very chaotic April, and it was just my time to step back, calm down, and get back into my routine, which is something I really needed to do. Slow months this year have been and will be scarce for me, so I really appreciate them, even if they do tend to be a bit boring. The introvert in me loves them so much because I just get to be at home and read and do things by myself. But even though it was a slower month, I still got up to some fun things. There were still a few things that I experienced and discovered this month that have become favorites, that have enhanced my life. I need to talk about them with you because wow, there's some good stuff. Quick reminder, if you've never seen one of my favorites videos before, nothing that I talk about in these videos is just to fill up space. They're all genuinely things, experiences, habits, media, whatever it is, things that have made my month better, things that have enhanced my life this month. So now that you're all caught up, let's talk. Let's talk favorites. Let's start with some beauty things. I know you guys love the beauty things. I do too. And the first product that I want to talk about is the Air Perez Argan Brow Hero. I have the shade Perfect. Air Perez is a clean beauty brand, and I'm not usually someone who only sticks to clean beauty or only sticks to like drugstore. I am agnostic. I like to shop for beauty everywhere and anywhere. But I think last year, my sister used to go to this brow lady in New York, and she told her that the constant use of brow gel makes the hair on your brows thin. It makes you go bald in your brows. And I didn't believe her until it started happening to me. So I kind of had to pivot and look for something that was better for my brows because I still wanted them to look groomed, and that is where Air Perez came in. She also has a clear brow gel, and I started using that first, but I wanted something that was quick and enhancing for my everyday. I wanted something to give me a little bit more contrast, a little bit more shape to my brows, and I discovered that they do a tinted brow gel, and I was like, yes. This tames, it fills in your brows, it grooms them beautifully, but it has good ingredients like argan oil. I don't know what other oils or other ingredients, I don't remember at the moment. I will leave this down below, but this has great ingredients that will nourish the hair on your brows, ergo they will not fall out of your face, which is so important for me. I bought it at the end of April and I was experimenting with it all month in May, and I really love it. It's become a part of my daily routine. It's just enough. It's not super affordable, I will say that. It's a little expensive, and these only come in 3 shades, which is not the greatest, but thankfully the second, like the middle shade, works perfectly for me. So yeah, there are a few things that I would change if I could, but this is exactly what I needed. I have not experienced any hair loss in the brows since I started using this, and I use it not daily, but you know, at least 4 times a week, so over half of the week, and my brows are intact. They look better than ever. One thing I will say, I do not use this if I'm doing like a full face of makeup or if I need my brows to, you know, be set in place all day. This is not a brow gel for that, but for the daily, it's my perfect brow gel. And then for a little bit of skincare, May was the month that I got ringworm on my face. Yep, at the beginning of the month, I got ringworm on my face, and I suspect it's because I just went too long without washing my brushes, and the bacteria did something in there, and I, you know, because I didn't really leave my house, I didn't really see anyone this past month, so like I couldn't, who would have passed it on to me, you know? So yeah, it was my brushes probably. You guys, we need to wash our makeup brushes, even though it's boring because I got ringworm. I obviously had to be extra careful with everything that touched my face. I, you know, couldn't do makeup. I really didn't do much skincare because I didn't want to like rub the ringworm all over my face. That is a big no-no. I had to bring back an Old Faithful that I don't usually use while I'm at home. I use this for travel, but I had to grab my clean towels from Clean Skin Club. I love these so much. I discovered them a few years back and they're so amazing. These are basically like reusable towelettes. They're amazing. I like to use them for travel because I don't like to use hotel towels, bacteria, you know what I mean? But these were great for me in May because you use them once and you throw them away. Definitely not the best for the environment, but I didn't want to be using like, you know, the same towel that I dry my face with to dry my hands or to like spread it around all over my face. With these, I could just like tap, literally like blot my face and then throw them in the trash to prevent the spread. So they were very helpful in May, and I don't normally use them at home because, you know, I can just use my towels and then wash them, but I couldn't do that this month, and this really helped. Ringworm didn't really spread. I had it in 2 spots. It didn't spread anywhere else once I started, you know, applying my medication and using these. So it was Very crucial for me. I love these. These have been favorites before, but I had to reintroduce them back and they're just fantastic. If you have a lot of acne or a lot of problematic skin, I think these are perfect for you because they don't have any like bacteria in them festering like towels usually do. Even if it's a clean towel, you use it once to like dry your hands, there's already bacteria in there. So if you do have acne or problematic skin and you want to take really good care of your skin, I think this could be a great solution for you. Now let's talk about some non-beauty favorites. Sorry that there were very few, but I couldn't apply makeup to my face for most of the month. So anyways, let's talk about a goal that I have for myself this year. I made the conscious decision in May to lower my screen time. My screen time wasn't extreme, and a bit of that is my job. You know, I work in social media, so I'm on, you know, a few hours a day. The screen time is partly my job, but for the most part, it is me scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram. And I wanted to stop that because I felt myself spiraling and it was not great. So I had to, you know, change some things around and I decided to develop a more analog hobby. And that is where these babies come in. These are the Ohuhu Oahu alcohol markers. These are everywhere, like they're super viral and I got them on Amazon. And boy, I am not very good at painting or drawing, or I'm not really great at that, but I don't care. I want to have a hobby where I don't need to be great at it. It's hard because I'm a perfectionist. I'm an oldest daughter, babe. It's hard for me to just do things out of pure enjoyment, even if I'm not good at them. But everyone and their mother talks about these markers and the Bobby Goods books, and I wanted to experience the markers for myself. Okay, I really did, and I wanted to, you know, when it's 6 o'clock, I don't have anything else to do and I just want to not be on my phone. I can just grab these and like draw or paint or do whatever and disconnect from the world. It's kind of like meditation. Yes, it is, because I've been doing this for a few weeks and I love it. It's something that I used to do when I was younger. My mom is a graphic designer. She's a really great artist and I did not inherit that from her, but when we were younger, she would always, whenever we would go out to eat, she would bring like crayons, markers, and a coloring book, and that's what we would do. We didn't have technology. So it's like going back to that for me, and it's so fun revisiting that. And these markers are great. I don't have the credentials to review them. I will say they're very pro. I'm not a pro, but they're very nice. They're not streaky. They are very intense. I'm scared of getting them on my clothes and on my bed and everywhere else. So far nothing bad has happened, but they're very nice. The colors are very lovely. I got the 60 pack. Could have gotten something a little smaller, but I do like the colors. They perform very well, even though I don't know what I'm doing. Everything still looks great. So even though I'm a beginner, everything is still looking good. I think that is partly because of the formula of these markers are great. Not the cheapest, but I wanted a good quality marker to begin my analog hobby discovery, whatever I want to call this. I don't know. These are great. Everyone on the internet talks about them. They have like a water version of the formula, but the alcohol version is a non-streaky one, and I wanted that one, so that's why I went for these. So far, they're great. I love them. Obviously, to go with the markers, I did buy a few like coloring books, and these are bold, easy coloring books, meaning they have very, very big drawings that you can paint. And I got one, the Cute and Groovy, and I have the Glow Cosmetics, obviously, very on brand. These are by Coco Wayo, and I debated getting the Bobby Goods books because I know those are very pro and like the paper's very thick so you can really go at it, but I'm not there yet. I'm a beginner at this, so I did not go for those because they're also quite expensive. I wanted something easier that would not put pressure on me, and that is where these come in. They're very nice and easy. They're very thin, not the greatest quality, I will say that. They're very thin, so I do have to put like a thick piece of paper in between the pages whenever, oh, look, I love doing these. But don't they look like, it looks super nice, super pro, and I'm not a pro, so I don't care. It's so fun. It is so fun, and these are so cute, and they have a bunch of other ones. These are just the ones that spoke to me. If you want to feel calm on the inside while painting a low stakes drawing, I think these by Coco Wayo are great. And maybe once I get really good with these, I can move on to the Bobby Goods ones. But also the Bobby Goods, on Amazon, they only have like two. And I wanted more variety. this little duo right here, wow. My screen time has been lowered. It has been lowered slowly but surely. My sister's also now obsessed with these. She wants to draw every night with me, so it's fun. Okay, now let's talk about non-physical things. I know this month I told you it was boring because I didn't leave the house. You know what I did do? Play frequencies every single day, all day. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to call them, but like I listen to frequencies, which is like, I don't know. If you follow me on Instagram, you might be familiar because I've already talked about this, but frequencies are, I really don't know what they are. So maybe I'll find a definition and put it here because I don't know how to explain them. They're just sounds that go into your ears and to your body and help you out. For example, I get my period. I am dying of cramps, but I refuse to take my meds up until the point where I can't do this anymore. I will blast period pain frequency, and I swear to God it helps. I have a headache. I will not be taking an Advil. No. I will go into YouTube, headache frequency, boom. I turn 27 and for some reason I'm having a hard time sleeping. Deep sleep frequency or healing sound bath or whatever, I'm dead. It's amazing. I don't know if it's just placebo. I don't care because it works for me. I find them on YouTube and I play them all day long. They have saved me in troubling times, and if you've never tried them, even if it's just to like calm down, frequencies have definitely come to enhance my life ever since I discovered them. But in May, I was like, hey, I can do this literally every single day for literally every single thing. It might be a little too woo-woo for you, but for me, it works. I love a frequency, and I think you should try them if you haven't yet because they really enhance your life. What can I say? Last but not least, we need to discuss this, and I know if you follow me on Instagram again, we've already discussed this at length, and you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say because you just know. Off campus. I need to collect myself. Off Campus came out in May. If you don't know, Off Campus is an Amazon Prime series. It's an adaptation from a book series that I read so long ago when I was just a teenager still. And I didn't particularly love this book series. It was good. It was one of the first like sports romances that I don't know if it was like one of the first that came out or one of the first that I read. But now there's sports romances everywhere. I feel like the Off Campus series was one of the first to ever do it. And I was not happy when they said they were gonna adapt the books, and then I was not happy when they announced the cast last year because I was like, these guys, no, they're not what they described in the books. I didn't find them attractive. And then the series came out and I binged it in 2 days. It was so good. I gave my initial like review on Instagram. I have since changed because I was like, yeah, it's good. It's not great. No. This is great. This is pure cinema. I have no words. I feel like I've used up all my words. I have made every single one of my, not every single one of my family members, but my sisters, I have made my cousins, I have made my friends, everyone that I can, I've made them watch this. Everyone has loved it. Every single person has loved it because this is just the perfect, like, slightly cringe romance series that has just enough drama, but it was so well made. They did change things from the books and they just made them better. You know, like the books are very 2016, very Wattpad coded. They just grabbed the idea, like the core power of the books, made it into a show. And if you live under a rock, you probably have not watched it, but if you are a member of society in this world, you probably have, and you already know that it is great. But if you haven't, I'm gonna make you watch it, just like I made everyone else watch it, because it is so good. I have watched it 4 times now. Yep, 4 times. It's been less than a month since it's been out, but I could have, 4 times, self-control, baby. I could have been watching this every single day because there's only 1 season and there's only 8 episodes, so it's not a lot, but it's enough. Whoa, I love. Because this is a series, each season is about one like love story, and they're kind of intertwining it because it is the nature of the show, of the friend group, so they're kind of intertwining a few love stories at the same time. I liked Garrett and Hannah. I love Dean and Allie. I am a Dean and Allie stan. I'm not a girl who likes blonde men. But unfortunately, Dean De Laurentiis has swooped in, and now I'm obsessed with him. I have watched every single edit ever. I am so happy. I'm a little fangirling around, interacting with everyone online, just living our best life. It's so fun. I will have to rewatch it again probably this weekend. I'm just rambling about this. I'm not even telling you much, but it was a favorite. It made my month so much better. Whoa, the soundtrack is also great. So I was introduced to a lot of new music that I'm listening to all the time now. Like if I'm not watching this series, I'm listening to the soundtrack. If I'm not listening to the soundtrack, I'm watching the edits. I'm talking about it with my friends. Life is good. Life is good, and I need a season 2 now. And they're already starting to film it, so I hope we get it early next year. Fingers crossed, I need it. To sum that up, Off Campus came out, season 1, amazing. Slightly cringe, but so good. Love the dynamics of everyone. It has drama without being toxic, which is so refreshing to see. It has brought the world together. And if you haven't watched it, I'm making you watch it. Go watch it and come back, tell me what you think. Thank me because it's so good, okay? And those were all my favorites for May. Told you, it was a little bit boring, but it was a great month for me. My number one top favorite. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Off Campus Season 1. Oh, what? Yeah. It made my inner fangirl happy. It made me feel like a teenager again, which is so special. I connected with so many of you over the show. I'm just having a new obsession as a fangirl is great. It brings me back to life. It made my month great. It was the greatest thing to ever happen to me in May. So, yeah, I know you guessed it. I know you guessed it when I was like yelling at you to go watch it. Off Campus, man. Top number one favorite of the month. What brought you joy this past month? Let me know if there's anything I need to experience, anything I need to watch, read, try, and maybe those things will make their way into my June favorites. Let me know, and we can just trade favorites back and forth for the rest of our lives, as girls do. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for letting me blab about my favorites for a few minutes of your day. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I had a blast, and I hope I get to see you right here for next month's favorites. Bye. Mwah. She's my cherry pie.